Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another edition of New Knife Friday. Can we find a turd that will work well? I don't know. We got another $20 machete here. It just seems like there's so many out there. Like, how could we ever stop? So what's in the box, you might ask? It is the Eye Tactical Full Tang something else machete, hunting, fishing, camping, hiking, outdoors. There's probably a survival in there too. Yeah, but is it going to be worth anything? I don't know. It said it also comes with a nylon sheath. Let me tell you about these sheaths, buddy. The sheaths are piling up just as much as the machetes are at this point. But Solo, what's in that box? Oh, yes. Well, I thought it was going to be orange. That's red, isn't it? I don't know. Maybe I'm colorblind. But that looks to be a red handle. It was supposed to be an orange handle because I'm really kind of on the hunt. I mean, the Trooper made a good one. But, okay, so hang on. So that's orange. That is Hunter Orange, buddy. But that's also a 26-inch knife. And it's a lot to swing. This... side by side, that's red. This is a 22-inch knife. I think it's 28 overall. It said black polished. And the only thing this machete says on it is China. I don't know what's polished about that. Looks like they got some kind of like a grease. Oh, look at that. They put a fuller in there for us. Is that to alleviate some weight? Or is that what some guys call the blood groove? So you can stick it in somebody and pull it back out. It doesn't get stuck in the ribs, in the guts because of the suction. Golly. But it says that it's high carbon spring steel. And it's floppy. Yeah, it's not going to ring quite as much because it's got that black polish on it. It's some kind of baked on coating. It's either that or it's paint. Yeah, man, we're just going to have to try that out for Machete Mondays. The Eye Full Tang Tactical Chinese Machete. And I don't know about you guys, but this is the exact same sheath that the Rafiki Campsite Killer called canvas. That's not nylon, is it? I don't think that's nylon. So this is your Rafiki Campsite Killer, which actually was a pretty good little knife. And this is the nylon sheath. This is the canvas sheath, and this is the nylon sheath. They're both cotton of a sort. I don't know if this is actually canvas. I mean, this one's flimsier than this one. Maybe they just add a little bit more starch to the thing. Whatever. I mean, these sheaths, I guess they're good for, just storing it, keeping it in the garage somewhere. You could wear it on your belt for maybe a day or two, especially down here in South Alabama, because if y'all could see my arm and my hand, and my knuckles, I am shredded right now from the patch of woods that I'm working in. It is full of sticker bushes and thorns and just briars and just every kind of nasty thing you can think of is what I'm getting into out there. I mean, my legs look like I've been a foster house for feral cats. I am shredded right now. All right, so we've kind of diverted off track a little bit, but this handle actually feels pretty good. It feels solid. These are the handles that I like, and that it looks an awful lot like the Tramontina handle. Let me get the Tramontina so you can see that. Here is your Tramontina handle, made in Brazil. And here is your Eye Tactical. See if I can get a side-by-side without cutting my hands or arms up anymore. They are almost exactly the same, except, the texturing that they have. But I would venture to say that those are exactly the same. Yeah, so what I usually like to do with these kinds of handles is that part right there tends to kind of bother me because the way I end up holding a machete is I kind of lock in with like these fingers right there, and that little sharp 90 right there kind of cuts into the palm of my hand. You know, how you hold a machete is how you hold a machete, but I'm a loose grip kind of swinger. You've heard me say it before. And loose grip, I get a lot of work done and I don't tire out as quick. Now, some of these other handles that we've used, like this Trooper, this is a big handle, buddy. So I had to really hold this handle the way this handle was designed, right? It was every bit of your hand was in there. These handles, you can kind of figure out where you want to go. Like the Hooey Man with the cuts and the divots and the contours in there to where each one of your fingers are supposed to fit. Those, in my opinion, y'all can keep that. We don't need that. Just give us a handle like this, and then our hand will decide where exactly we want to be holding this thing. So as far as the grind goes, the grind does not look terrible. It's got, see, you want to think that that's a factory edge, that kind of dark thing happening there, but it's, I don't know what that is. It's some kind of wax or glue or something to keep this thing from rusting. So they have just one bevel on this thing, and it's an aggressive one. It's a very aggressive, robust bevel. So we're going to work on that a little bit and see if we can't get this thing to our liking. It already feels good in the hand. So we'll step on over to our little 1x30 Harbor Freight belt sander. I think that thing was like $50, $60 or something like that, and I use it all the time. But if you don't have one of those, you can use a rasp or some sandpaper. Just knock off that corner, because that corner is a little steep, and even if you're holding it about in this area, it's kind of digging in my palm right there. Yeah, I just like to be able to hold this thing however I want to hold it, right? So when I've just got to nip something, I'm kind of choked up a little bit. I'm kind of pinch grip up here, nip, potato chip. But when I'm actually getting down and doing work, and I've got to be cutting for any kind of distance, that thing ends up locking in right back here in the palm of my hand. This where it ends up. All right. Yeah, this wouldn't be YouTube if I didn't tell you safety first whenever you're using power tools, especially ones with RPMs. Make sure you don't have any loose clothing. Probably good to put on some safety glasses. And if you're a hippie like myself, tie your hair back. All right. I've got a 120 grit on this thing, and I'm just gonna yeah, man. Just like that. All right, so that's the Eye Tactical Full Tang machete for outdoors, camping, hunting, fishing, survival, mother-in-law problems, whatever. Guys, thanks for coming by. Be sure to come on back for Machete Monday, where we're gonna put this thing through the paces and see if this is a knife worthy of outdoor work. Hey, no need to write a song.